Alabama has seen an influx of people moving into it. And you may be wondering, if I want to move to Alabama, which are the best cities for me to move into? Some cities are seeing a big growth and some cities are not. So I'm going to tell you what are the top 5 hottest cities in Alabama. And you get to meet my new little puppy, Maggie. She's 6 weeks old and we just got her today, so she's a little scared and gonna stay with me for this video. First up is Huntsville. Now that is in northern Alabama, and it is known for its high-tech industry, as well as some beautiful outdoor activities. You may know Huntsville because of NASA. It's kind of known for science, technology, all things like that. Boeing is also there, as well as Redstone Arsenal, and in 2021, the decision was made to move all 1,800 of their staff and headquarters all the way over to Huntsville along with their families. So what do you think that did for our economy? Took it off like a rocket ship. So naturally with this and the other things booming, we have seen a surge in population, growth, housing, all kinds of things in there in Huntsville. These 2 things alone make Huntsville as my #1 city that I would watch over the next 5 years. Mark my words, guys, it's gonna happen. I'm not much of a gambler, but if I were, I'd put some money on Huntsville. Okay, another great thing about Huntsville, it has amazing outdoor opportunities. You have the Land Trust of North Alabama. This is more than 70 miles of trails that you can walk, hike, bike, do all kinds of things on. If you have a horse, saddle up and get to riding on these, because it's a perfect spot where you can go for miles and miles and not get bored. We have the Huntsville Botanical Gardens, a gorgeous garden, beautiful flowers, beautiful experience just to take you and the kids or whoever and go out there and enjoy it. They even have their own special garden that's just for the children, so it's super cute. We also have Monte Sano State Park. It is on top of Monte Sano Mountain. So this is a gorgeous place. Again, hike. Yeah, I was trying to say paddleboard, bike, I don't know. But bike, get out there and enjoy nature, gorgeous views. You can also camp. You can take a picnic. So like if you want to get more than just like a little bitty of a day adventure, that would be a really great spot for you. Okay, now let's be real. Alabama is not known for its arts and cultural arts center, like not known for that. But compared to the state, Huntsville is. You have the Huntsville Museum of Art and you have the Early Works Children's Museum. These are very popular destinations for families, especially if you couple that with the US Space Center. That's a big deal. Like I remember going to the Space Center when I was a kid and I got my mom a coffee mug that has a spaceship and says Karen. I know, my mom's a Karen. It's kind of what it is.
I want to speak to a manager.
But that was like my gift for her, and it was like a big deal because I was going to the Space Center and it was so cool. Like it's a really big attraction for families. The Space Center is also a really big deal. It was created in an effort to get a man on the moon, so it was a really big part in the Apollo goal. So today you can go on self-tours, go on guided tours, do educational tours like I did, and see all that Huntsville has to offer. Now, Huntsville does have many strengths, but there are some negatives. With all of this growth, there's bound to be traffic. It can be a problem, especially in rush hour. Housing prices have also really shot up. So obviously you have all these people coming in, housing prices are gonna go up, and it's gonna make it not very affordable for a lot of people. And if you look at a whole, Alabama is significantly cheaper than anywhere in, well, anywhere, most places in America, but especially Georgia. So you're taking that out of the equation if you do choose Huntsville. So Huntsville's crime rate is not that great. It's 3 out of 100. So typically when we hear 3 out of 100, we're like, ooh, hey, 3rd place. We want to be on the opposite end of that. 100 is the safest. That means there are 97% of cities that are safer than Huntsville. So that's something to keep in consideration according to neighborhoodscout.com. Also, some of you that want the rural, natural life that Alabama's kind of known for, you're not gonna really want to be in Huntsville. It's that big tech booming industry and it may not be appealing to you. Next up, we have Birmingham. Birmingham is our largest city here in Alabama. So it's known for just being a melting pot, like known to be our hub of all of this stuff. Now, we are home to several major companies. We've got Regions Financial, Protective Life, and then numerous small businesses. Now, the city's downtown area has really been bustling recently, and they've got all kinds of facelifts going on, new restaurants, new spots, new venues, all kinds of stuff popping up downtown that makes it attractive. Now, Birmingham is known for their rich cultural history. It's not quite with the arts like Huntsville is, but it does have a lot of cultural impacts in it. You know, it has several museums, theaters, music centers, things like that. And it also had a lot to do in the civil rights. So we also have the Alabama Theater and the Lyric Theater. No, I said it right. Oh my gosh. The Lyric Theater. Both of those two have been restored and are in working capacity right now. So you can still take part and see some of the older characteristics of it, but it's been brought back to life to accommodate us now. On top of that, they have several venues that host tours. So all of your main tours that come through, like Atlanta, other places, they're almost always going to stop in Birmingham. So they do have that as well, mini arenas and things like that. I've been to a couple of their concerts myself. Okay, now Birmingham does have many great things, but one of the things that's very concerning on this list is Birmingham actually has a high crime rate. It is pretty bad, guys. It's a 1 out of 100. And remember what I said, we want to be high on this end. So that means it is the worst, basically, across our entire country. Huntsville's a little bit better, but Birmingham is the worst, according to neighborhoodscout.com. But overall, if you're looking for like a rich, diverse area that has the technology that you want and gets that hustle and bustle, Birmingham may be right for you. Okay, next up we have Madison. Now Madison is right up here by Huntsville, so very close, so you're still able to take advantage of some of the big jobs like the Redstone Arsenal and Boeing. So that's the benefit of being right there in Madison. And it is consistently ranked as one of the best places to live because it has a low crime rate, it has a very good median income, and it has really good schools. So these three things make it very desirable to live there. So let's talk crime rate first. It's ranked 23. Now again, this is out of 100. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than its counterpart of Huntsville, which is right next door, and then of course Birmingham. So that makes it very desirable. It's also very family oriented. It has a couple of parks that have great recreational things to do, and a lot of families like to go there. Those two would be Dublin Park and Palmer Park. So those two make it a really great place to go with your family. It also has a bunch of really good school systems. Rainbow Elementary School is one of the schools that it's really known for. They won the Blue Ribbon Award from the U.S. Department of Education. If you have kids that are children's age, this might be the perfect place for you to call home. Goodness. And then it obviously has those strong employers. So like I was saying, since it's right there besides Huntsville, you can draw from all those employers, but still not be right there in Huntsville, but take advantage of it. Isn't that right? My puppy's gone. She got tired of listening to me. What can you do? What this means is they get a steady influx of high-paying jobs, the family-centered environment here, and then the population growing. So it's just a really good equation for success. It also has several retail and dining areas that are nearby. Do all that, plus go out and enjoy the entertainment with your friends. Madison has some great things, but there's also some negatives. It is very expensive. So it's more expensive than Huntsville and Birmingham. So Huntsville came in like right around 90. Madison comes in at 98.7. So that's a significant jump that you have to pay. So you live right outside of Huntsville, but you're gonna pay more. And then also traffic can be really bad during peak hours because people are constantly traveling in and out to go work in Huntsville. But is paying that more worth all the other benefits? Okay, next up is Mobile, Alabama. So Mobile, way down there, third largest city in the state. I'm sure you know about it because of the beaches there. We have a port that you can go on cruises from. Like, Mobile is just, everybody knows about Mobile. So it has a rich history. I bet you didn't know this, but Mobile had the very first Mardi Gras ever in America. So like it has some rich culture, some rich history there. It was known for the civil rights movement as well. I've already mentioned the port, so that's a big deal. That provides for a lot of jobs and a lot of entertainment. So Mobile has Dolphin Island, Gulf State Park, as well as several Airbnbs and local places that you can stay. So what do? You want to fish? You want to boat? You want to swim? Mobile basically has it all. So it has a lot of really free and cheap things that you can do for entertainment. Also, if you're a history buff, we have the USS Alabama Memorial Park there. This features a lot of things from World War II, different artifacts. So a lot of the history buffs love going there and checking it out. I've already said it has a really strong economy because not only do you have the normal laborers, but you also have the port, which gives you all kinds of things coming in from the ocean. So they have several entertainment things. They have Bayfest that comes in once a year. They have the Mobile International Festival, which is a big crowd drawer. So if you're having a small business or you did want to rent out your home partially, that is something that you could definitely look at. Okay, Mobile has a lot of great things because who doesn't love the beach? Like I could work on my tan. But it also has some drawbacks. So the number one drawback is going to be crime rate. So remember just a couple of minutes ago we were talking about Birmingham and I was like, you can't really get much worse. Mobile does. Mobile is a 0. So there is not a single state in America that is worse than Mobile. There may be some that rank the same as it as far as crime, but if you're looking for safety, you could basically pick any other state in America, and you would be safer there according to neighborhoodscout.com. Also, you've got hurricanes. And you know, when people think of hurricanes, like, it's not really that bad, but oh my goodness, have you seen some of the devastation that's come from hurricanes? And a lot of those have hit the Mobile area. So you get that coupled with some of the other natural disasters that are known to like happen there, and it can be really expensive because you have flood insurance that you're gonna have to get, plus the other things that come with that. However, maybe the beach and the opportunities there would outweigh some of those negativities. What do you think? And then finally, we have Tuscaloosa. Now, anybody that knows football probably knows what Tuscaloosa is known for. It's known for the University of Alabama. They had a really strong football program. They haven't the past couple of years because the Georgia Bulldogs have beat them. So if you're watching this, you can clearly see that I filmed this before the SEC championship. So things got busy, I recorded it, and then the SEC championship happened, and so now y'all go ahead, light me up in the comments. I kind of like reading them anyways, because yes, now Alabama has won, but this is still a really strong program. But they have a lot of things to offer there because the college is an amazing university just in itself. So that is probably the biggest draw to Tuscaloosa. Now, it is right there on the western side of Alabama. So not only are you drawing from the University of Alabama, but you got to think about all the jobs that provides because it is a huge booming college town. So you have to have suppliers for all of that need. So the student population is around 38,000, and it has a really great School of Business and Law School. So those two right there pull from all over the nation. And then obviously the football players want to come play for the University of Alabama, so that's not going to hurt anything. But what you may not know is it has several really great parks and outdoor activities. It has the Tuscaloosa Riverwalk, which is really gorgeous. Take a nice little stroll out there. It has a couple other state parks where you can take a hike, go for a walk, you know, just do some relaxing and get out and enjoy nature. Okay, now I've mentioned this in almost all of them, but one of the biggest drawbacks to Tuscaloosa is traffic. So if you live there and you've got somewhere you want to be on a Saturday and football's going on, forget it. Like, it's going to be insane because of all the people coming and going. Like, it's a really big deal in the South here for football. So that is definitely something you want to keep in mind if you are looking to move there. Also, the city's economy relies almost entirely on the university right there. Like, almost everything is intertwined some way with the university. So that can be kind of iffy, and you can see big fluctuations like during the summer or if they're on breaks or anything. So keep that in mind. But if you are looking for that college town feel, or you just are a big football fan or like that, this may be the perfect place for you. It is a totally different vibe than all of our other ones. Tuscaloosa's crime is not terrible, so it's not as bad as like Birmingham, Mobile. A little bit better than Huntsville. It comes in at a 4 out of 100. So it's not nearly as good as Madison is, but it's not quite as bad as the other ones. So that's something for thought too. If you have enjoyed this video, why don't you check out this one where I go over another few reasons why people are moving to Alabama. As always, I'm your unicorn real estate agent helping you turn your home dreams into reality.